Hey Bradley, this is the upcoming Aerosoft A319 for P3DV4. This is the beta.
So when I transmit on VPilot, shouldn't I be getting like a ding or something like that when I press my push to talk?
If you're on Unicom, then yes.
What's Unicom again?
122.80.
Thank you.
I can't remember actually if that was available in the FSX version or not. But yeah, we've got it in the P3D version now, so we can switch between the standard view and the camera view. And only that also is
122.1 you said?
122.8.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working for some reason.
Have you got VPilot up?
I do.
And you're definitely connected to the well, you're connected to the server, aren't you? That's obvious. So just go into the settings and just check to make sure that you've got the correct assigned key or button.
Yeah, I did. I mapped the PTT to the button on my joystick, so it's right. I reset it anyway.
Okay. The only other thing is if your volumes are turned down. Other main differences.
No, it's funny because I hear a beep that I think it's because of the key binds that we have using the joystick binds.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll hold my Discord voice server down here, and I'm gonna press it. And you might just be able to hear what you should hear when you press the key in OETC. So stand by.
Okay.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Okay, then that's right then.
But I thought, didn't the little TX and RX light up whenever you did a transmit?
Only if you're on an actual ATC frequency. Unicom it won't do it. Actually, Unicom won't. Oh, sorry.
If you look in the upper right-hand corner of VPilot, it says COM1, COM2, and then there's a little TX and RX.
Yeah, I was freaking talking about pushing the Discord push to talk. No, what they'll only light up if you're tuned to an active ATC frequency. Anything else, they won't light up to anything, because obviously you're not going to transmit anything to anybody, and you're not receiving anything from anybody either.
Okay, but if we do have controllers online, when I tune their frequency, I should be able to hear them and talk to them, just doing the PTT and everything, right?
AFM. The only thing I'd double check as well is just make sure that you've got it mapped through to your headset properly, or your microphone and your speakers, whichever you're using.
Yeah, let me double check that.
Right, so other main features, well, it's actually been reworked from the ground up, so we've got some...
If I'm on 122.8 on the Unicom and I transmit, will you guys hear me?
No. With VPilot you can't transmit voice on Unicom at all, it's all text.
Gotcha.
So we'll have we've got a few new features inside the FMGC, which you'll see after we depart.
Quite the learning curve here when you haven't done it in so long.
Oh, I know.
At least the flying part and stuff I've got pretty much down, so it's just the comms pretty much.
So you got the hardest part done at least.
Hard is a relative term. It's like, to me, the flying's always been the easy part, you know?
So what else? The other big difference when it comes is going to be the shared cockpit. Now, the previous one did have shared cockpit, but it's the way we're doing it this time, which is revolutionary. Yep, again, that's something we can do, so I can give you a quick demonstration of that whilst we're waiting around. So you can just see the floodlights coming on there. So this does have TFDI's True Glass and real light. So we do have fully dimmable switches, as you can see from here. So this is all workable as well, which is very nice. So yeah, but as I say, it's a completely reworked aircraft now, so there's a lot more to this than there was in the old one. Yeah, well, that's the beauty of the upcoming pallets, that we have these selectable dimmer switches now, so it's a lot better.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go.
Sorry guys, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah, I've got a cross-control problem with my push-to-talk button. It keeps wanting to raise my gear, so I need to fix that real quick.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I had those issues before and I was going nuts over all the hotkeys inside of PD3 to get it all sorted.
I'm glad. Hey Grant, I installed the last night along with Brian. Got this radio panel, switch panel, and multi-panel for SATEC, the SATEC panel, and he went ahead and installed the P3D plug-in for it, and I did as well, and it's working like a charm.
Oh, nice.
All three panels working, so we need to do what we were talking about and test that in the 717.
Yeah.
The SPAD is the issue, the 717 is the issue, and then we'll be able to get it hopefully fixed.
Okay, I think I've got that fixed. I'm ready to push when you guys are.
What we do is we wait for everybody to be ready to push, and then we kind of coordinate our push together if there's no ETC online. And so in this case, you're in the American seat.
Yeah, at Sierra 6.
Right, you want to push nose right, tail left. And,
Yep.
Let me just see. Grant, you ready to push?
I am. Are we not waiting for Brendan?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he was. What happened to him? He was here a minute ago.
Yeah, he's just working on that last issue with his cross control.
And are we?
That was Brendan. I thought that was Steve with the cross control.
No, it was Brendan who was.
Oh, okay. No worries. We'll wait.
And do we need to synchronize our time?
Yeah, good call. Good call. Let's do that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm running the first one.
P3D is definitely worthwhile for it.
Shared cockpit today. We just need to do the first one. We don't need to be within a couple seconds of one another.
Okay. And then you turn it off when you're done, right? You X out of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, I mean, the biggest advantage, obviously, with P3D, especially, well, P3D V4, not V2, V3,
Okay, I'm done.
is the, it's got to be the fact that it's a 64-bit platform now. So, you know, most of your add-ons now are 64-bit, your aircraft are 64-bit, the out-of-memory errors have pretty much disappeared. So you can, you know, as long as your computer can handle it, you can crank things up a little bit now and not worry about friggin' running out of memory, especially during a long haul.
Do you guys have the Drzicki, or have you pronounced it KCL?
Grant and I both have the airport and the city scene for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just got the airport and of course all the other Boeing fields. It's unbelievably well done.
It sure is. But I tell you, I've never been a huge fan of their work, especially after all that New York City airports debacle. But they did a great job here, and they did a great job with their Miami City scenery as well. But this here is a tremendous effort.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So Grant, you're at Sierra 7 in the Little Delta 319, right?
I'm Sierra 12.
I'm right next to you there, Steve.
Okay.
And Grant and Steven are together down together.
Right, so that's why I don't hear Steven. He's speaking probably on Tchaikovsky with Grant, right?
No, he's flying single cockpit. Steven, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I'd say concentrate on your real life flying at the moment, buddy. That's got to take precedence over simulation software. I mean,
Okay, guys, this might just make me want to put the paintbrush down for a little bit.
Nice.
I was fortunate. I mean, I built up mine over years and years before I started my flight training. And obviously,
Yeah, I'm
once
kind of
I've
glad that he's.
once I've done my flight training,
I'm kind of glad his
I've
wife's
built
not
up a
coming,
bit
'cause
more
I got a
from there
feeling
as
if
well,
she
like
sees me, she'll
because
punch me square in the
P3D
face.
came out, or V4 came out, so after my flight training was finished. So I've been alright to invest a bit more into this now.
Tell you what, though,
But,
I mean, the guy just took off painting. I mean, I gave him a couple of good tips and stuff. It took me like 3 months to do my first paint. He's already got 4 or 5 paints knocked out in less than a month.
Yeah, he's addicted to it, and Resley admits it as well. I mean, he says he thinks he'd rather paint than fly.
See, I taught him well.
I was like, dude, why don't you do both? Get yourself another monitor and do both.
But it's kind of what he was doing last time. We were waiting for pushback, and he says, it's okay, I'm gonna finish this little painting. In the meantime, you guys get ready.
Oh, there you are. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, I find it hard to you know, unless I'm in like, you know, long range cruise or something like that. It's just, I just get so absorbed when I'm in a paint job when I'm trying to make something look just right.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I can't work either. I've tried to do website updates and all that while I'm flying. I just can't do it.
Well, I did try to do developing while I was flying. I didn't work very well, I'll tell you that.
That makes life a bit easier, doesn't it? That was the only thing for when I did my flight training, and of course I lived away, so...
something actually, and we were doing an event, and we were flying out of Boston, and it was Evan Reiter that was controlling, and he told me off, because I didn't do the right turn, and then I noticed it was him. I said, "Hi Evan, it's me, how are you?" And I was, "Oh man, how are you?"
Yeah, the people you meet online sometimes.
I know. The bad thing is now that we're gonna meet the only person in Vegas, man.
Guys, I'm going to stop here for just about 4 or 5 minutes. I'll be back.
Roger that.
So, for the guys on stream, I will be back in approximately 4 or 5 minutes.
Vegas as well?
Yeah, sure, I'll be there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Steve's going to be there. Jordan, Brian, of course, you know me and Grant and you. Somebody else. Who is it? Can't remember who the other person is going to be, but somebody else.
If I knew that, I would have booked a bigger booth.
Yeah, right?
It's gonna be all there. Like, I'll tell you what, we can invade the neighbors.
Big time. And by the way, I'm sending that email out to the beta team, the update with all the pictures of the booth and everything else tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, and so they'll get to see what the booth looks like before they actually get to Vegas. So
Cool. So it looks like Salt Lake just came on.
Yep.
So do we need to tune them?
No. No, they're not in our airspace.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't remember how that worked. Whether or not it's showing all people online as far as controllers, or just ones that were in your area of relevance.
It shows they do it by a nautical mile thing, but so sometimes you get overlap. Do you have VatSpy?
Yeah, I sure do. I just installed it.
There you go. That's most of us keep that up. I actually, even though I have 4 monitors, I keep VatSpy up behind my P3D. So I just bring it up and then I click on I put it on the monitor that P3D is on, and I just click P3D to make that the focus window. And then anytime I need to look at VatSpy, I just go to my taskbar and click it, and boom, it superimposes over P3D.
Nice.
Yeah, it works.
Hey guys.
There he is. Did you get it
You're
all
back.
back?
No, okay, so I uninstalled the AI suite that ASUS puts on your installation, and apparently there's a module called Fan Expert, and now the fans are running full speed all the time.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Your box isn't going into a hover, is it?
I wish it were. I wish it would hover off and go out the window. This is why I have a MacBook, and I'm like, I never have had any problems with my MacBook. And the funny thing is, whenever I have these problems, I feel like this stupid millennial that like, oh, I'll just go to my iPhone, it works great, you know.
So are you gonna take some time and work on that, or are you?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be flying tonight. If you see me, I'm gonna maybe just do a Los Angeles to Vegas, because that's quick enough, or like a Phoenix to Vegas, in you know, the little real air turbine Duke, or maybe like I'll just the dash trash. Maybe I'll get in the dash trash.
Cool. Nice.
Brendan, do you want me to help you? I could give you some remote support in the meantime the guys are flying.
Right now, I just need some emotional support. That's all.
Do you need a hug, Brendan?
He needs to say. He needs his. What do they call it? A cry room.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go downstairs and put my laundry in finally today, and then take the garbage out, and then I'm gonna open up a bottle of wine.
There you go.
It sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I don't think that will fix your fan problem.
No, unless I pour the wine on the fan, and then.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brandon,
maybe.
Don't worry, brother. I'm a fan.
There you go. Hey, Brendan, if you want the Delta 777 in any specific registration, or if you want me to take that City of Atlanta off the front of it, or any little mods like that to the standard paint, I can do that for you, no issues.
Oh, the way you have it looks perfect. I take a look at it when I get to cruise. I'll go and admire it from the outside. But I'm not like a detail fanatic where it has to match the one I last flew to Japan.
Now, are you talking about the 777, the Delta 777?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I haven't painted that one. Like I said, the only one I did was I changed the reg on the original one and took the Atlanta sticker off the front of it for a friend of mine who just wanted a specific reg.
You know who I think did it? Karina Meyer.
Okay, yeah, he does a lot.
Oh, it's a guy.
It might be a guy. You know what? I don't know, to be honest with you.
I thought it was a German lady.
It could be. All I know is he or she paints like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't be flying everything in Delta. You know what? I do every time I go on VATSIM, I have to fly in a Delta call sign because otherwise I'll mess it up and I'll say Delta by accident, and then people start making connections.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna run downstairs but I'll leave my my Discord up here and I'll come chat with you guys in a little bit.
Sweet. Okay. We're on the push, guys. Steve, you want to do tail left, nose right, and I'll go straight. And Grant, you can handle it on your end.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you to the flight. I need to go back to developing. So nice to see you all, and I will keep in touch. See you soon.
Yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow, my brother.
Sure.
Stay pushing. Start number 2.
You want me to go ahead and push now, or?
Yeah, I don't see why not, Steve.
It's on Grant. Grant's over there. Grant?
Yeah, he told me.
Go ahead and push, Steve.
Okay, I'm back.
Raw bits on this.
Okay, Roger. Steve, I take it you're going nose right tail left in that 7.5?
Say again, I'm going where?
You're pushing nose right tail left?
Yes, sir, I am.
Cool. I'll have enough room from where I am, so I'll start my push as well.
Anybody else wish the GSX wing the walker would walk away a little faster?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I've been tempted to suck him in my engine several times.
Well, I feel sorry for him because the guy I got looks like he's got a broomstick up his ass. At least that's the way he's walking, like something's hurting down there.
Might not be a broomstick.
I make fun of him, but they actually did a pretty good job of modeling these guys.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. To think about, even 10 years ago where we were at, to see something like this was just, it's like, yeah, we'll never see something like that. And here we are. All right, Dave. I'm all set to taxi if you want to taxi ahead of me, and I don't know if what's going on or.
Yeah, we'll have Grant and Steven take the lead, and we'll follow them up.
Okay. So just so I understand, with the model matching and everything, so the airplanes that I'm seeing now, I went ahead and cleared my UTL traffic. Those are actually people in the aircraft, right?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
It varies from flight to flight there, buddy. If we're doing,
so this is where they're stopping.
if we're doing a group like that we have today, I'll do it in the pretty much ready to start state. If I'm flying solo, or if I know I've got a bit of extra time, I'll do the code and dark and take it from there. Okay, so the AP bleed's on, beacons are on.
Did you say 3-4 left earlier, Grant, or 3-4
3-4 right. And engine start. Okay, pack pressure off. Okay, clock for starts, it's 2 then 1. Up. Start some more. Well, I'll take you through them as I do them, but basically, to start with, the navigation lights here, we'll have on pretty much whilst anyone's in command of the aircraft, there to say that somebody's on board the aircraft and the aircraft's getting power from either the ground, the APU, or there's just some general maintenance going on inside the aircraft.
So Grant, I'm seeing you as a PSA 318. Is that correct?
Next of them, American Airlines 319.
Oh, okay, that's right. I'm at 319. I guess
the model matching, I guess it picks, if you do American, it picks one of the American liveries, because I see it as a PSA. You know, the old retro they're doing.
Oh, nice. So strobes will come on as we enter the runway, and then landing lights will be. If we're cleared for takeoff straight away, we'll put them on as we line up. If we're cleared to line up only, we'll leave them off and switch them on as soon as we're clear for takeoff. Are you already gone on the taxi out there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm just taxiing now.
Okay, Roger. What we'd normally do there, buddy, is it sounds like I think about would normally coordinate that, so we'll taxi out together.
Well, I've stopped where I'm at. I've just
Yeah, if you want to put it in reverse, you put the gear lever all the way to the right and go down.
We turn the strobes off after we.
Are you backing up, Grant?
Still on GSX.
Oh, okay, you're pushing. Sorry.
Okay, parking brake set. So strobes will turn off, and the landing lights will turn off as soon as we leave the runway.
So Stephen, looks like you have the lead. I asked Grant to talk to you about this, but he didn't. So you've got the lead. So what we want you to do is make sure we get about 20 to 25 miles separation on our aircraft. That includes the wait times on your parts, your and monitoring the aircraft in flight, calling out the clock speed for everybody, so we all have the same clock, we don't overtake one another. So I'm going to ask you to manage all of that, sir, for our flight down there.
that's not necessary. I'm backing up straight, so everybody will be able to go around me. I'll pull up the rear.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead, just monitor the separation between the aircraft. And you can do it. No sweat.
Okay, flaps 1. Okay guys, just about clear, I'm ready for taxi. Steve, if you want to just go ahead and do the departure first, like I say, we would ask you to monitor that 20 mile separation. But what we'll do anyway is after you depart is we'll normally time for about 2 minutes between each departure, and then we can just monitor it. If you can monitor it via VATSPY, it'll work out fine.
So once I've departed, you want me to monitor the times between all of us?
We'll monitor the times as well, like sort of thing. So basically, once you depart, I'm going to time for about 2 minutes, and then I'll depart. Dave will do the same thing behind me, and then Steve behind him. We'll each count our 2 minutes. But once we're in the air, if you can just help keep an eye on it on VATSPY and whatnot, and just make sure we've got about 20-25 mile separation, like Dave said. That's what the person in front will normally do.
Okay. Are we all ready to go then?
Steve's ready.
I'm ready. Dave? So we'll follow you down to the runway, mate.
So would this be a Boeing sandwich? We got a Boeing on each end and an Airbus in the middle? Airbus is in the middle?
Well, at least you know what's the tasty filling. Okay, packs are on the APU.
What's that? Boeing Royal?
Sounds about right.
No, I like the Boeing so much better, you know. The 2 pieces of boring bread on the outside and the exciting filling in the middle.
Now, guys, refresh my memory. In that sim with all of the stuff we got hooked and everything, TCAS actually works, right?
Yes, sir.
As far as a transponder goes, somewhere around pilot, look over on your pilot and right next to the disconnect button.
Yeah, I see mode C's turned on.
Oh, sorry, no, I thought he was on about actually seeing the traffic itself.
I think it was.
Yeah, I was. And, but, yeah, just, I mean, I need to know both things.
Okay, Steve, it's all on you, buddy.
Alrighty.
Hey, Grant, this thing put the flex in for me.
Yeah, it did for me as well.
Alright, commencing the roll.
Okay, roger. As soon as you do, I'll start my timer. Do you know, I don't actually prefer one to the other. They're both very different aircraft. The FS Labs has a bit more detail, I'll admit, but you know, it's going to lack a few things compared to what the Airsoft will in terms of doing the connected flight deck. So I don't prefer one over the other. I like them both about the same. Okay, I'm going for lineup only.
Approaching. 3, 4, right.
So for the guys on the stream, probably should have specified as well, we're expecting about 2 hours and 10 minutes to take off to touchdown. Now normally what we would actually do for lighting care as well is when we're not moving we would actually turn the nose lights off, but because we're lined up on the runway, is we're just going to leave these on in the takeoff position now, and then so it basically just says, like, you know, we're kind of ready to go. So we've got another 25 seconds, and then we'll be ready for takeoff. Hey Speedy, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you.
On runway. 3, 4, right. On runway. 3.
Okay guys, I'm out of here.
Right.
I was about to tell you.
Shit, what the hell? Should have been looking up.
On taxiway.
You should never take your eyes off the fucking runway. Okay, speed checks, flaps up. Dispose the sound. It was a pitch trim error.
Steve, I'm gonna give Brand
Okay, dokie.
Get British Seattle scene city down there on the 11 o'clock. You can tell this aircraft, they've done a really good job with the fly-by-wire systems as well. This is all still hand-flown. Don't really need to touch the throttles at all at this point. All you gotta do is, you know, give her a bit of input, recenter your flight stick, and you're golden.
Alright, I'll bring up the rear.
What you gonna do, Dave, up the rear? I know you were in, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, maybe I should have reworded that a little bit. I'll be in trail. How's that?
Yeah, it's a bit harder to be dirty with that, so that's a good one.
It's all relative, Dave.
No, he's not a relative.
Okay then. And I'm lining up and waiting.
Okay, first climb, open climb for 350. Okay, approach on 10,000, go to the landing lights off now. We'll push it down just a little bit. So one thing they've done, another small little detail they've done with this aircraft as well is, I don't think you guys can see it, and I'll give you a bit of a better display on that once I've got the autopilot on in the next few minutes maybe, is they've taken the no smoking sign and switched now to no PED, personal electronic devices switch, which is great. You know, it's keeps up to date with the more modern fleet. And we can actually knock that off now anyway, we're above 10,000 feet. Let people play with their iPads.
Excellent. Hey, shipping guys right here. Coming up Seattle.
I can't see it. I'm still on the ground. I got nothing in it.
Yeah, I'll give you a heads up.
And you got your ship AI at 5, right? Okay, I'm starting my takeoff roll.
Okay, I'm clear about transition anyway, so we'll set standard. I'm not too sure on that, but I wasn't going to test the stall on this one. I'll see how we do when we get a bit closer to Vegas to see if we're going to test that, but that's one thing I'll have to look into, if not tonight then tomorrow probably. Okay, so I'm just going to get the flight director pretty squared away here, and autopilot 1's in command. Okay, so I think we'll try and have a bit of a look now at some of the more advanced features we've got with this aircraft that's coming up. So we'll start with this one. We've seen this in different aircraft already, but we can have a quick look at this. Is the AOC menu. Now we've got various options that are coming up, including the initialization of a flight plan. We can fetch arrival ATIS, fuel data for the flight, which we can send away eventually. What else we got? We got a fuel, which we can put in the uplink, any fuel we take on board, and we do have a print function here as well, that we can use to print out all our fuel and weights. WX and ATIS, we can obviously put in, it automatically gives us the departure, destination, and if we have one in an alternate. It also gives us airspace that we can put in as well.
Yeah, that is really nice shipping. That is just amazing.
So you can just see actually this goes the AOC, which is linked in from Active Sky for Las Vegas. So winds 220 at 12 knots, gusting to 21, so we'll see if that lasts. If it does, it's going to make for a fun arrival. From there, position monitoring, all this was in the old one. Now what we do have, which is quite nice, is the equi time point calculations. The only other aircraft that's had this, believe it or not, is the Majestic Dash 8 Q400. And what this will do, it gives us now the point at which it's safer to continue on to Las Vegas than it is to turn back to Seattle in case of an emergency. Now we use this obviously for primarily used in ETOPS, extended twin range operations, such as flying over the Atlantic or the Pacific, or even at certain points over Africa. And what this will tell us is that we have a distance now of 410 nautical miles to go,
And since
where we'll hit a point
are we cleared,
where it's safe to continue on to Vegas, then turn back to Seattle. Now this will change slightly if we put the winds in. So with Seattle, we've got the winds at 360 and 10. And for Las Vegas, it's 22012. Stand by. So you can tell with the new winds put in for the airports, it's actually changed that a little bit to 415 miles. So as I say, we'll normally use that for ETOPS operations, but we also use it for these smaller operations as well to tell us if it's safer to divert back to Seattle or to any other airfield. That's along our route, so I've got to put Portland in there, I can put Reno, you know, anything like that, and that'll give us the point at which it's safe to continue on. No div, autopilot's working absolutely perfect. You definitely got the 3 dashes on the MCP for the navigation mode. What else have we got? Performance initialization, again you're pretty familiar with this, but it has been recoded to work better than it did in the FSX version. Initialization page, one thing we are going to bring into this, or what is coming in, is on the secondary page for departure is going to be a fuel planning page, which they're currently working on. Aircraft status, we know all this already. Secondary flight plan is the same as the old aircraft as well. So we have got some new features coming in, but as I say, the biggest one is going to be the new way we do the connected flight deck. Now I'm not too sure. Now I'm not too sure how much has been released public on this, so I'm not going to say too much into that at this time. But yeah, we are very much looking forward to that coming out as well. This is nicely above the clouds. See if it's going to go to auto. Okay, let's see. Fine. Just to let you guys know as well, I've got a cruise set for decimal 79. Steve, what have you got ahead of me, mate?
I'm not at top of climb yet, but I'm at 789 at the moment.
Roger. Well, if you go into your VNAV page and then just go to the secondary page, it'll tell you what it'll give you for cruise.
I'm sorry, say that again?
If you pull up your VNAV page, secondary VNAV page in the FMC, it'll just let you know what you're going to take. It's giving you for cruise, so we can just maintain our separation.
Oh yeah, it's got me set for Mach 787.
Okay, so that's about decimal 79, so that's not a problem. Funny thing as well, like we've got crosswind coming from the right side, but we're just passing through 310 now, and you can see we're already hitting our cruise speed of decimal 79. So very good aircraft as well in terms of getting to speed quite quickly if the conditions are favourable. One thing we'll take a look at as well is we'll have a look at the lower ECAM. So we've got on the engine displays at the moment. This is more familiar to the old stuff as well. But bleed pages are all in there and they'll be working properly. Pressurization and bleeds. Electrics. Hydraulic. And what you'll see as well is I can't remember if they did this in the FSX version or not, but we do get the drop in fluid on certain systems now. We'll have a drop in fluid from using the landing gear or the flaps. Fuel page. Auxiliary power unit. Now this is all going to be out, so because I'm not using the APU right now. Conditioning, that's the temperatures in the cabin.
Double clicking on the icon for VATSPI.
In your taskbar, pal, where you got the little arrow at the bottom right, click on that and then just see if you've got a little icon for VATSPI. It may be already running but minimised. Now what we can do here is I'm going to turn down the temperature in the front and turn it up in the back.
So your granddad said to hit restore and she's back.
So you can see that actually does work. So temperature in the cockpit is decreasing, temperature in the cabin after it's increasing. So we usually try and keep that around 24 degrees Celsius. So we'll set that back to auto.
Alright, I'm holding steady at Mach 0.787.
Roger. Actually, can you knock that up, just make it a decimal 79 even, and then it should keep us nicely separated.
Sure.
So you can see they have to drop down to 24. Cockpit's coming back up.
Now, do I have to advance by to be on any particular server to see us?
Shouldn't have to, no. Go on oxygen page.
I'm looking at the map and I don't see us, I don't think.
Well,
I don't
controls.
see myself.
I see.
And finally we have a button here for all, which we can press down and it'll cycle through all the pages. But for now we're going to put it into the cruise page to go with our fuel predictions.
That's
Well, not fuel predictions, sorry, but fuel usage. Also gives us vibrations on the engines and other relevant information as well. I've got less than 1,000 to go. Just all of the airports. So as you see now, we're just coming up to the east of Portland in Oregon. Airborne for 18 minutes, so we've just got about an hour and 50 minutes to go. A little bit of weather out there, nothing too major.
I can bump it up even more if you need me to.
No, 7-9 will be perfect, pal. If you can keep it around that.
Alright.
How many hours have I logged in general? I'll tell you what, let's find out, shall we? Because I don't even know what the number is on that anymore. And this is all just been stuff that's online with VATSIM. So
okay, now I can see us on
this will be
that's weird.
this will be without any kind of offline flying. So I'm going to log into my VATSIM. Right, let's see. The
That's
upload
weird, Dave.
data.
For some reason, it's showing you behind me.
I don't know if it's security or not. I know guys my dad
Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how far you extended.
So I'll tell you what, guys. I'll give it 10 points to anyone who thinks they can guess to the closest 1,000 hours what my time is on VATSIM.
Okay,
Now it's an American one.
that's right. I think you did that on purpose.
I'm also the SATEC drivers that I installed last night. Nothing to care
7,000 is incorrect.
by the front panel. I can't have drive before. I don't know if it's true this is a SATEC driver or.
Do you want to try again?
Or
Yeah, more.
Okay, I just hit zoom out. I'm turning to LKB now. Coming up on 30,000 feet.
You know what? Go right in the middle of that, and you've got my my online hours. I just had a question there on my stream, like asking how many hours I had on flying on the flight sim, and I couldn't even remember myself, so I've just pulled up my hours log just for VATSIM like this, without any kind of offline flying and just pissing around in general. But I've just hit about 9,000 hours. I'm just over it now.
Wow, congrats.
That's way up there.
No, that's not congrats. That's you are literally dealing with someone who has no life.
And by the way, that's that current user account. We had a couple before that. So,
Oh no, they got transferred over. This is the old account.
that's 9,000 hours and 8,000 shared.
Funny thing is, Dave, I think when I met you, like I was on probably about 2,500 hours, maybe a bit less than that. Are you catching up to me then, Brad? You're catching up.
Are we looking at the 2.6s or 2.6 left for arrival into LA or Los Angeles?
It's a little early right now to look at that. ATC may come on Usually just before the top of the
Okay. Yeah, I've done. My favorite little run when I have like 30, 45 minutes to fly is LA to LA to Las Vegas. So I've basically wore that route out.
Sure. Yeah, we did the same thing. Boston.
Yeah, I just love the scenery, especially towards the end, because you get to fly right over the Hoover Dam and hang a left there, right over Lake Mead. It's just awesome scenery. Still think it'd be so cool if they put like transformers like hanging on the Hoover Dam like they were in the movie. That would just be cool.
We have technology.
That would be a neat Easter egg.
I'd hope so. Well, obviously I want to build me hours up. I'm on, I can't remember how many hours are in my logbook right now. I'm too tired to remember that shit. But I want to get, 3 times that, 4 times that, if not more by the end of my flying career. You get some guys who retire with 30 or 40, 50,000 flight hours. I definitely want to get mine up there as much as possible. Okay, oh, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Hey, Grant, do a win request on yours, see if it's working.
What do you want to do? A natives request or a wind request?
Win.
I feel kind of like a baby next to you guys. I've only got 2,100 and something hours.
How can you check that again?
Say that. Say what's that?
How do you check your bed 10 hours again?
Just Google VAT statistics. Depends from airline to airline, pal. Dave, just quick one for you. My wind request is working.
Yes, sir. I am now at Mach 79 at flight level 350. And I see your TCAS diamond behind me, Dave. That's pretty cool. You want to practice some F-18 formation and pulling right into my wingtip, or?
Finger four, baby.
Did you happen to see that the last video they made? Actually, Eagle Dynamics.
You know what? I stopped watching the videos still. They're all great. Once I come down, I'm glad. I know what they are. I just haven't watched them. I'm personally watching.
Oh yeah. I've got to link that to you because I mean they show they're flying the flying the Blue Angels in Diamond 4 formation. They're like 6 inches apart.
Of course, I got the real thing right here.
This is true.
Anyway, no, it's great. And those guys that were part of the virtual Blue Angels, I don't know if they've been flying it for years. They have got, they changed the Blues changed their show last year, and then they changed everything this year. I think they did. I gotta go back out and watch it. Last year's show, they brought back some of the old maneuvers, and they're the best. And their show easily was twice as good as what they found with what they were.
Yep.
But those virtual Blue Angels guys, they're incredible. I mean, they really are. So yeah, and I have all the ECS F-18. I subscribe to the channel.
Okay.
I have them all. It's just I have the time to watch them. After Vegas, my time's going to get a little worse for a while, and then things will get a whole lot better. I'm just pleased with the punch to get up and flying.
Yeah, this is definitely fun. I forgot how fun this was back years ago when I did it. So you guys got to watch out because I've had a whopping 270 hours on BatSim. So you guys aren't close to my numbers, but maybe one day you'll get to be just like me.
Well, 3 or 4 share cockpit flights, everything will happen. It's going to be great, right?
Is that the flight attendant just asking you want some coffee?
Yeah. I've got the cabin from here home. You don't, it's up in the front, up in the flight deck, you don't hear the cabin anymore. But it's one of those things, flight simmers go right in the flight deck, they ride in the back, and they expect to hear all the things.
Yeah.
And like the barking dog, you gotta really, really listen for it on the flight deck. Of course, we gotta put it in. That's what they do.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put auto in charge for a second. I need to step away from a bio break.
What was the autopilot named in airplane?
It was auto.
Yeah. Oh, Rock for airplane 2.
Yeah, that's right. You won't do what?
Below Rock?
Hey Dave, do you want us to bump it up to pull it a little bit closer behind Grant?
Yeah, but before we do that, I'm glad you're back. Is your active sky mode?
Yes, it is.
Is it in the live weather mode?
I do believe so. Let me double check.
Bradley, sorry if I've not answered your question, but I got distracted there. Yeah, they've replaced the no smoke sign as with the up-to-date function, which is the no electronic device switch.
Yeah.
I'll be pushing up to
Okay. Yeah, my winds right now are 216 and 42 knots.
233 so and I'm behind you, so probably change lines up there. So that's fine.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a dot 82.
Yeah. I think I can get 8
Yeah, I'm right against the red hash, but I'll be okay. It's pretty smooth. Of course, I hope I just didn't jinx myself.
Right. That first one, Steve, was Mount Rainier. The next one was Mount Shasta, right?
I think so, and I don't know if we went over, what's the one that blew up?
Helena?
Yeah, St. Helens.
St. Helens, right? Yeah, I don't know. I never saw it.
Oh yeah, they modeled it. Yeah, they modeled the half the side of it's missing.
Oh, no kidding. Nice.
In fact, I think it's coming up on our right here. Let me see. Let me pull out an app that actually shows us exactly where we're at.
Back with Plan G, just take a look at Plan G, and oh, I think I see it. I think I see it over here on the right. Wow. Plan G, that's one of the things I love about it. Two of the 6 maps available. To see that kind of thing. See what lakes are called and all that. That's just,
Yeah.
then I have to get a fee and map charts, fill that map, and all this involved.
There's an app for Android that's called FS Move Map, and it's freaking awesome. I've been using it for years, and basically it pulls your coordinates onto your. I've got a Android tablet, and I mean, it brings it right up. It does, you know, you can look at a map with all the references, or you can go geographic and look, you know, look at the actual geographics and stuff, the terrain. It's so cool. FS Move Map.
You type that in the OVPA microphone chat. Well, by the way, that is kind of weird. I'm saying no, it's half the mouth here.
Yeah.
In fact, as I'm sure. Right, about almost like about 3 o'clock, about 2 o'clock.
Back in a few. Guys on the stream, I'll be back shortly.
So that's the link to the guy's website. You know, he's just some, you know, Android app developer, and just, you know, great. I mean, freaking awesome, unbelievable. This thing works perfect. Never had a single issue with it. Pulls in your flight plan, so you know, superimposes your flight plan. I mean, it's fantastic. It shows traffic. Yeah. So luckily, what I do is I pull it up on my tablet, send my tablet over there, and you know, it's all, you know, going over the internet, going over the network, and it's just so cool because, like, you know, you look down and you see a road. It's like, what road is that? I'll look on FS Move App. Oh, that's I-75. You know.
Yeah, nice.
You can even use it as a poor man's moving map. You know, taxi map. It's that accurate. Of course, do you guys have Navigraph charts?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome map, I'll tell you. I was reluctant to buy it, you know, for a while, but once I bought it, it's like, yeah, this is so cool.
Yeah, I have that. I'm running it right now, but I also have the Applesoft electronic flight pad, and as good as the Navigraph charts are, and I do like them, there's some features that you have the IFB, like you can see all the airways, and so you see other traffic, you can tell what airway they're on, things like that, which is pretty neat. But that's in the good map, in the route map. But the Applesoft DFB, quite frankly, there's nothing like it. It's so awesome. And version 2 is due out in the fall. And, it's been in beta since the fall last year. And I haven't checked it for forums in quite some time, but last I knew it was due out in the fall. And it's supposed to be an improved version of this, obviously. And if it's improved, then holy smokes.
Yeah, really.
Dave, didn't you say you had some pretty good settings for when I reloaded Vector?
Had some what?
You said you had some good settings that made it look pretty good?
Yeah, what you need to do is bring up FTX Central and go to your download section and download the lights configurator and set that to 2 or 3, level 2 or 3, and it'll really make a big difference to your night pipeline.
I already have the lights thing, so.
Say again?
I already have the lights configurator.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
You set it to 2 or 3. And, I think it defaults to 1.
Gotcha. I'll take care of that pretty quick.
Okay, guys, so right now until April 1st, June 1st, Orbix has got a 47% off sale. I don't have Vector. Convince me I need to get it.
You don't need to, but it does a great job with coastlines, rivers, roads. It's got interstates, highways, primary roads, secondary roads, tertiary roads, golf courses, all that kind of stuff. And for night flying, those roads really come alive, especially in and out of cities. And so it's just really added immersion. It's not going to do anything else for you, but the night lighting is just superior. So yeah, that's the reason I use it. But that's really all it does.
Okay, well, I got till Thursday or Friday to make my decision. Right now it's $42 Australian.
If you're gonna grab it, get it while it's on sale.
Oh yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm kind of one of those people that I'll only do it on sale because I feel to myself I don't need it bad. I don't need those type of things bad enough to want to justify the cost, especially when I know at least 2 or 3 times a year they go on price, on sale about half off, and then I just wind up buying twice as many, spending the same amount of money.
Also, I don't know if you have any hard space problems, but it is an 8 gig download.
Yeah, so let me ask you though. I mean, so I've got a 500 gig, SSD, the Samsung, but I also have a 6 terabyte, really fast, regular primary HDD or secondary HDD. What's your thoughts about? I mean, can you? I've read somewhere like you can't load it where you want it. It goes where they install it.
I just installed it to the default place, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think there was something I read in the forums where they were like, they're still maintaining where they want to put it. They're still kind of putting it on your primary drive or wherever your P3D drive is, or inside that folder structure. Would be nice if all these developers just said, put it wherever you want to. We'll use the XML coding to, point to it no matter where it's at.
Yeah.
Dave, what is your opinion on free mesh?
I think that one is 78 meters. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I mean, if you're running Orbix doesn't do mesh, but it should be fine.
Well, the problem I was having is when I use it, some of my airports, even running Vector, I can't get to work right.
Oh, okay. Not heard that.
Some of the paid airports, that is.
We have a mesh for North America here at OVPA, regular mesh. It's pretty high resolution, although it's a little old. I'm sure some that are out by now. We also have one for Europe and South America. I've run the one in Europe. I've run that mesh without any issues with any of my anywhere airports, and so I'll give it another look. It'll be a while before I can get to it, but
Okay, well, I had free mesh downloaded, the whole thing, the whole world, but I just ran into a few problems with some airports, and I didn't want to. I was thinking about reusing it again, but I wasn't sure. If they say to run global vector with it, to solve the problems, but I'll give it another shot. Maybe I had some settings wrong or something. Plus, they're very particular about making sure you got it set perfectly in the right spots in your library, or they won't work right.
Are you talking about the Orbix global products, or are you talking especially Vector, or are you talking about
Well, I mean, if you use free mesh in conjunction with Global Vector or an Orbix, you need to have them set. Everything needs to be set in the library exactly perfect. Or
Hey, look up at your fuel panel and tell me, do you have a fault under mode select?
I think you may have stepped away. Yeah, the very first flight I took on VATSIM was October 6th, 2001. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's not in used order. Actually, my first flight was August 6th. No. Let me look at the years here. August 1st, 2001.
Yeah, because back in, I don't think VATSIM existed in 2001. It might be some kind of issue. SATCO was in existence, I think, in 2004. And then SATCO became VATSIM in 2006.
Okay, well, regardless, that's when my first flight was that VATSIM is tracking.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, I've been around for a long time, and I used to fly a lot online. I used to fly with, I don't know if you knew Mike Bevington. Yeah, he was like one of the originating founders, or VPs of VATSIM, and he was out of St. Louis, and I got a chance to. I was working at a hospital in St. Louis, and got to meet him, and we sat down, talked airplanes for a while, and I got to see his setup at the time. This is back in, I would say, 2003, 2004. He had the throttles and everything like that. It was actually like the first thrustmaster throttles.
Oh yeah.
Super, super nice guy, and he recently passed not too long ago. Yeah, it was on the VATSIM, all the VATSIM websites. But yeah, I actually painted the LDS, or the Level D 767 at American Airlines for him.
That was my second serious pay-wear commercial airliner, and I absolutely adored it.
Oh yeah, me too.
And yeah, it doesn't have nearly the number of functions that the 11 or the 737, the original FS9 737, or of course the NGX or the 777. It didn't have all those functions. It had about the same as the initial BVG 747 did. And but still, I loved it, and I would fly it right now if I had it.
Me too. I mean, to me, I think proportionately, and just the looks of the airplane, I think it's my favorite airplane of all time.
It is. I said, brother, here's one more thing we have, or we've got a mind meld going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And the Captain Sim 767 it was okay. It just didn't have the same look.
I could never get on board with Captain Sim back in those days.
hey, when is the expo? What day are you guys going to be there?
Most of us are arriving. Well, Grant, Raoul, and I are arriving on the 7th at various times of the day and evening, and Brian's going to be there on the 8th, and Steve, I think you're there on the 8th.
I'm coming on the 7th. Yeah, in the afternoon, actually.
Okay. I'll be there at 11:30 at night. So.
Yeah, and that's like 1:30 your time by the time you get there, huh?
Yeah. That's the time I leave 1:30 in the morning from Vegas time, Monday morning.
Wow.
I know, right? It was either that or watch the cost of my airfare skyrocket.
Yeah.
Like $1,200.
I imagine you're flying Delta out of Pensacola, right?
No, American.
Oh, okay.
Steven, you thinking about coming? That'd be great.
I wished I could. I've already got some obligations that are keeping me home. But they're going to have an FNO on the 8th that I'm going to participate in. So it's part of the EXO. It's called Light Up America or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to participate in that at least. So I'll be there. I'll be there in spirit.
Kind of surprised they don't have an event going in Vegas.
Yeah, really.
I'm back.
Take a look at your fuel panel. Do you have a fault in your motor flash?
Negative.
See that my aircraft the install the update works and stuff. I don't know. It could be the same thing now. I don't know. I haven't plugged it in. It was working great. But in the auto throttle arm switch on that multi-channel work, had it select work. But I'm still. I think I may have slipped it back to the nav. But just trying to force it. But
Oh, wow. I just noticed when you go to that FS Move Map link that I gave you, he likes to thank folks that, contributed to him. I think I gave him $10 or $15 or something like that, but I'm right at the top of the list there.
I saw that. I assumed that was you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's been doing it forever, and he's updated this thing, since the beginning of time. He's very responsive to the questions on. I think he's got. I'm not sure if he's still got a forum or not, but it's one of those guys that I don't know if he's a flight simmer or not. I try to contact him, and I never could get a hold of him. But it's just like one of those guys that just does something because he's a programmer, knows how to do it, and it just makes our hobby that much better. Yeah, for some reason, this plane is not letting me go past 0.81, so you might be sneaking up on me just a little bit, Dave. I don't know when we should back it off, but I'm still showing, well, right now I'm showing my winds at almost a direct crosswind, 202 at 57.
Yeah, 220 and 51. Let's take a look. What's your speed right now?
0.81, my ground speed is 432.
which is understandable. I mean, again, I'm in a different spot on the earth than you are, so different. But so I'll stick it at 8.0. We're doing good.
Yeah, I looked at us a fast spot. We're spaced pretty well.
Yeah, we're just about to the point where we'll back it down to the second round. I appreciate you keeping an eye on that, man.
Oh yeah, multitasking, right? It's like,
You know, as Steven found out a little bit ago, part of flying with the group is, you know, you got to learn how the group does it. We've been flying as a group for a very long time, so it's all second nature to us. We do forget to tell people about it, but you know, just a little bit of coordination. And we try to keep our spacing ourselves, and we're always practicing that. You know, that way when we're flying an event, we're all kind of lined up. We don't get ATC vectoring us over hell and back and busting the group.
yeah.
Sometimes it happens anyway, but usually we're okay. And it's just, you know, it's just learning to fly with the group. That's all.
I didn't mean to sneak off and leave y'all.
Nah, it's okay. Like I said, it's all a learning experience. Right?
Yeah, I think out of all of us, you got the fastest jet, don't you?
I don't know about that. I know
Yeah,
it. Well, I've been told that before. But Grant, I've got my AI is showing me the neatest version of your plane. I posted it in the main chat, the picture link.
That's why I unmute the mic. But yeah, let's have a look.
It's not that nice. It's like a Baltimore aquarium. Remember the Baltimore canal? Go to Baltimore, go to the aquarium there.
I thought it was kind of neat looking.
Okay, so I'm still struggling here. Is this? Did you link this in the Discord, Steve?
Yeah, in the main chat, not the voice channel, but the main chat channel.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Dave can probably get you through all that. I'm still from learning Discord myself, so.
Yeah, I figure it just takes me a while sometimes, but yeah, that's the same skin I saw on him too. Was the PSA retro. In fact, I've got Brian is actually painting that on the Mad Dog. I was originally going to do it, but you know, it's so funny. I mean, and you know, I kind of feel, you know, pride to see how well he's done. I mean, I really didn't. I mean, I gave him some rudimentary instruction at the very beginning on you know, how to maneuver around. You know, I convinced him to buy a Paint Shop Pro when you know, first of all, he saw the price and saw obviously what I can do with it, and of course, you know, I'm not familiar enough with Photoshop to have been able to help him. But, you know, he's really just, you know, taken off, and, you know, that Delta he did was really, really nice. So he's done 2 Northwest liveries, a Delta, a Hughes Air West, and he's working on PSA right now.
I think the Airbus is faster than the 57, isn't it?
Oh, I always thought that Airbuses were basically slower than Boeing's just because of their nose configuration. I know that a lot of the Airbuses crossing the pond, you know, the big 330s and 340s, they were always being blown away. Of course, well, the 747 blows away anything, but even 76s and, you know, 75s were passing them up.
Now the 330 typically cruises about decimal 82. In fact, I'll start from small to large. So the 318 to 321, like, you typically cruise around decimal 80. Well, between decimal 78 and decimal 80. You get the same kind of speed range on the 7.3 up to the 7.5. 7.6 and the A330s both compete at around decimal 82, 883 on the cruise. And then 7.4 obviously goes to decimal 85, decimal 86. The 340 you'll typically go to about decimal 84, 83.
Okay, for some reason I thought the 3.4 was like the slowest out of all of them.
Ah, it's pretty nipper. It'll typically go to decimal 84. But the other thing as well is it depends on the cost index that an operator uses for it as well.
Exactly.
Because I know, like with BA, like they typically use between say Heathrow and the East Coast, like they'll use a cost index, believe it or not, of 0 on the 747.
And I always get this confused, guys. Help me out. So the higher the cost index, the slower you
The higher
go?
the cost index, the faster you go because you burn more fuel.
Okay.
That was what I was going to ask you and Dave. Do y'all have a particular set of cost indexes you prefer for the planes that we use?
For me, for the smaller buses, like I tend to go between 25 and 30. 7.5 I'll tend to use I think it's 35 to 40. And 7, I'm not flying 7.6 and God knows how long, but that's about the same as the 7.5.
Yeah, and for 727 or I will typically use 30 or 35. The bigger the aircraft, I usually use a little bit. I don't go any higher than 40. So the point for me is 30. Any of those numbers work, and they're all pretty close, by the way. You're only talking about the difference between, say, going from 30 to 35 to 45,000 feet. How come I'm talking
It's less than a mark.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. So it doesn't make that big a deal. You know, it's a cost-saving measure, basically.
Well, I've been using 40 for the 757.
Yeah, it's probably a little. I mean, that's probably the high end for that. But there's a published list of cost indexes for flights and aircraft on Amazon. You Google Amazon cost index. Find it. That's where we're at.
Okay, I'll do that now. I just didn't know if you guys had a set specific cost indexes you preferred we use.
It's your fuel, man. You paying for it.
There it is.
I always thought, if you ever wanted to, like, find a way to limit yourself flight hours wise, and just kind of spend less time on the PC, you would sit there and actually allocate your monthly fuel allotment, and then that's all you have to fly. That would definitely make you pay attention to your fuel burns and everything like that. You guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounded like it just went mute there or something. I guess the only problem with that is you'd find yourself wanting to fly smaller aircraft just to, conserve your fuel, I love flying the 747. It's just such a, beautifully done aircraft by PMDG, and, I just love flying that thing.
actually thinking about painting it in Flying Tigers.
All right, nice.
Yeah, I did Flying Tigers on the 777, and it turned out really, really well. That's one of my favorites that I fly whenever I fly the 777.
Oh dear, Speedo, what's going on with your net?
Ah, I see they're putting another controller through his paces.
Yep.
Yeah, I told Mr. Snyder at Jacksonville Center, I said, tower is as high as I want to go. That's it.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
He's a good controller. This Howard Snyder, at least I think he's really good. He's a good trainer, if nothing else.
Cool.
By the way, Dave, I did that. That's a good idea with the superimposing your VAT spy on the same monitor. It does.
So, guys, I just posted a pic of the Flying Tiger 777 that I painted.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, like I said, it turned out really nice.
That's a nice aquarium. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, the one around us is shit. Yeah, it's not there. Hold on. Okay. We gotta get to the thing in the middle. Oh. Okay. Puzzle, eh? Lights. Now, I'm gonna take the lighting control. Yeah, no. Deactivate multiple defenses. Time to deactivate some defenses, bitches. I can climb up here. Do that then.
There's a document for you guys that'll make some good reading.
What happened? You know, we've seen it jump. Crazy, just like that. Crazy distance. Yeah, crazy distance. Yeah, this is perfect for him. This place looks like it's falling apart. Tree roots growing all in it. Water going out of the walls. Hey, so what essentially is this again? We got.
Oh, heck, I might be able to read it. It's got pictures and everything, so I'm
We
good.
gotta break the defenses. Oh, Jay, Fly, what were you doing last night? What was I doing last night? Yeah. I don't know.
You got pictures? I can read the heck out of some pictures.
Don't tell us we don't. You were kicking the fucking chain. They're talking. I was kicking the chain. Alright, so I got that thing down there. I don't like there's anything up here, so come back downstairs. Okay? That door, maybe. Ah, good.
Oh, that's cool.
Big brown room. He's got to be looking. Look at all the damn treasure. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's a pal. Man, run! Do the hell! Now? No, not do it now. Do the hell. The wind is a mess. Oh boy. Ooh, a wheelie wheel. Come on down. It's like being inside of a clock. Oh, fuck. It's crazy. Alright. I know I'm going to get cut here. This will be... Hold on, boys. Boy. This is like Tim Purdue, man. Come on. There you go. There you go. All right, man. Bring it back. Bring it back. Yep. All right. Now I gotta do is wait. Now, the line up a little bit. And now. Yep. That was hot, man.
Just roughly 160 miles from the top of the town.
Okay.
Roger. Just looking at the arrival now, so it's going to be the Sunset 4, going for 26 left.
Why are they in all this all this
Gotcha.
Why are they in all this pressure now? They've been around a bunch of other stuff too. Just checking stuff out. Look ahead like that.
Okay, Brad, sorry pal, I kind of missed the message there, but yeah, if you're still there, you have a great night, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Yeah, I've got it in. It's gonna fly itself. What do you guys usually like to take control? I mean, I know it's varied on a whole bunch of different things, but generally speaking. Yeah, on final, you know, when you get prepped for landing.
Usually, it depends on but usually,
Yeah, that's one of the main considerations. The other one for me is weather, so if it's a shitstorm out there and I know the aircraft's going to get 50 shades of fox, then I'll just leave the autopilot to the minimums. If it's nice clear weather and with just a bit of, if it's just wind, then I'll take control somewhere 3,000 or 4,000 feet sometimes.
That's cool.
Yeah, what I meant was just that, you know, if you're flying I always go to category 1, so that'll be a part of it. We have RNAV as well. So it depends on the aircraft. The system doesn't work and the other thing. Besides the category
Well, no, that's more about initiating. You can leave the autopilot on pretty much all the way before you touch the runway on that. That's just more about setting the go-around altitude on that side of things, Dave. Because you can still fly under vertical speed, you know, below the minimums. So long as you can see the runway minimums, you can still leave that autopilot on until you're 50 feet above the ground.
So they had different requirements for pilots. Like, you can find all that in the and I'm only talking just the approach, not the goal. You know what I'm talking about.
think so.
I'm going to grab something to drink real quick before we get busy in the descent.
Yeah, I'm going to go for one final cigarette before we do. And this is a no smoking fire, but feel free to join in the cockpit where we've opened a window.
I was going to say, you're going to step out on the wing, or?
Ah, fuck no. I'm the captain, I can smoke whatever I want.
Tilt your weather radar down, and see some serious pockets of heavy rain out there ahead. Got mine pulling it down at 2.5 to 3 degrees.
Sorry, I just came back. I heard the tail end of that. I just turned on my weather radar.
Yeah, look, tilt it down about 2 to 3 degrees. You see some pretty heavy rain out there ahead.
All right. It's weird, it's not sweeping anything.
You tilted it down.
Yeah, it says minus 2A.
Go down to 3. You're a little further ahead.
So maybe I don't know what that symbology means. It says minus 2A, but my, my dial is on 4, minus 4.
Oh, sounds like there's a bug.
It should be reading whatever your dial set at, right? Yeah, like I said, I see the knob is firmly pointing on the fourth pip.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back, guys. X-plane. I don't mind it for general aviation. In terms of airliners, it's not there yet. It's not even, to be truthfully, compared to like what you get with P3D and FSX. There's no comparison yet.
Yeah, it's weird, Dave. I'm not painting anything in front of me. Let me do a test.
Well, I hope you're not painting at the moment. You should be flying.
Dave was saying he was painting some clouds ahead of him.
Rain. Just a question. Do you have good news that are off the left side of your
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll take a screenshot.
Yeah, in fact, I do see some lightning over there, so it's just to the left because I made a turn, so I'm not sure we're on the same heading. I'm on tracking about 122 right now.
Yeah, look up to the right and left on the track. I'll show you a screenshot.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I just made that turn. Well, actually, if I made that turn, I actually should see it. What range you at? Maybe I got to extend my range. Oh, you're way out there. Okay.
Approximately 80 miles from top of the center.
You still painting those clouds, Dave?
I can paint some happy little clouds.
Yeah, I am.
Your world.
Oh my gosh, what was his name? Bob what?
Bob Ross.
Oh my god. I thought I was the only one ever watched him.
I grew up on Bob Ross.
I'm gonna paint a little happy tree over here.
You can actually still get all of his, well, a lot of his videos on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you can YouTube it too. It's just the guy can paint his butt off, but let me tell you, he was just out there. That afro was just way too much for me, though.
And now I'll invite my good friend Dave to paint some happy little clouds for us. Dave?
Hang on a second, I've got something for you guys.
That guy was doing medical marijuana.
In the main chat.
Oh, I saw that. That is hilarious. Ryan Reynolds is
Fuck,
funny.
I love cocaine.
It's one of the trailers to his new movie. It's awesome.
Just in case you guys are looking for that last minute Christmas gift. I saw that on a shelf in Walmart, I think it was, and I could not stop freaking laughing.
The guys on the stream, my my audio just on the aircraft is just going to go silent for 2 minutes.
I'm glad you could join me today.
So, Steve, you said that you've done VATSIM controlling, right?
I'm an S1 with Jacksonville Center. Yeah,
Okay. And how do you like it?
I like it. Take a Grant. You should have a Gulfstream flying under us here. Flying under you in just a second. Now, that'd look cool.
They make those in your hometown, don't they, Steve?
Yeah, my brother works at Gulfstream.
Okay, yeah, they've got a big division out here at Dallas Love Field, too.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. The audio is back for you.
Yeah, it's headquartered here in Savannah, the main plant.
So, for the guys on the stream, we have got now about 10, maybe 15 minutes to the top of descent. Probably talking 25, 35 minutes to we land in
about
Vegas.
20 years, 21 years now.
Cool, what's the deal for him?
He supervises a crew that builds the fuselage on the 550s.
Okay.
Did you see that Gulfstream, Grant?
He's just coming up under me now. And those AI lights are looking awesome.
Yeah, Dave, I went back to Point 79. I think workspace just about perfect now.
Yeah, it looks like that Gulfstream's heading right for you, Steve.
Yeah, same on that spot. Haven't picked. Oh, is that him on? I'm sure if that's him on my PCAS. I think that's Grant. Actually, it's 40 miles out.
You should be able to see him soon. He's, I think, at 31,000.
Someone wanted to tell this guy as well, just because he's a private jet doesn't mean he can't file a flight plan.
Yeah, he's at 31, actually 32,000, I guess, around there. Yeah, I think I've got my TCAS discriminated at 2,500 feet. I think. I don't know. That may not be right. I'll see if I see him. I haven't seen him on TCAS yet. And I should, you know, if I say, well, let me see. Do you guys know, does the TCAS on the 737, it doesn't look like it has an above and below. I'm thinking, is that something that the Airbus has on theirs? Yeah, I was just going to set mine for below to see if I could see the guy, but I don't see him. Okay, yeah, I should be able to see him now. Let me see if we can see him visually.
Okay, before we start the descent, guys, does anyone need the altitude restrictions for the approach?
Yeah, I've got it. Hold up. It looks like above 210 at my count, right?
AFM. And then 16 for Fuzzy. iPummy at 11. Nipzo at 9. And then Sunset, Kimmy, and Chips at all at 8.
Yep. And I tell you what, you go across that mountain at 11 at iPummy at 11,000 feet. You can make sure you pull your legs up.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking at the charts there. Like the highest peak on that is 11,915 feet. So.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I shoot this gap all the time when I come in from LA, and it is just breathtaking. I don't know why they bring him in that low. That's probably because they have departures going out just above them. So,
Right.
but yeah, this is really sweet. You'll get a nice. I don't know if anybody's done this approach before, but you get a nice shot of the Hoover Dam. In fact, we'll turn right about at the Hoover Dam.
Well, damn.
Damn. Do you guys have the orbit SoCal?
I can't remember if I do actually.
Yeah, it really enhances this area.
Oh no, I've got the land class.
Gotcha.
Steve. Steve's right ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm about 45, 50 miles from it. Actually, closer to 60.
Starting my top descent. I'm starting my descent now.
Actually, it is about 45 miles. Sorry, I read that wrong.
I got a visual on that F-22 down there playing around.
I bet the DCS servers are just going nuts right now.
Oh, I can imagine. It's just unbelievably packed.
Brad, did you pre-purchase the
Yep.
Sweet. Oh, that's right. So you're gonna grab it.
Did you also grab the Persian Gulf map?
I'm going to have to.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet either.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be on. So,
Yeah, I should have done. I don't know why I didn't do it. And, save $10 on the pre-order because I knew I was going to buy it anyway. I just.
I want to get into DCS, but I think the planes that they offer, I'm just not sure it's too much of a learning curve for me to try and tackle.
well, they have videos for everything.
Yeah, Matt, I tell you, he is a video freak. I mean, he has videoed just about everything you can do in the F-18.
Who's that?
The guy that's building it for Eagle Dynamics.
I'm going to be taking everybody up. We're going to get everybody together and explain this with us. I'll give them a little one off to use the aircraft startup, which is always a little start. And it's not that complex of a startup, it's new. And then after everybody's able to start it up, take off, set up the take off plan, then we're going to start going over how to even fly an airport, and the military is much different than general aviation here. So we have to just teach pattern work at the airport. crew. That's a flight. And then formation flying. Keep the big giant cross and some very basic air combat training. Just very basic stuff. And then we're going to give it up to the guys that carry air and basically give ourselves over to them for the advanced stuff. And that's our training.
20 miles to top of descent for me, Dave.
Well, let me ask you, Dave. If I wanted to get into DCS and get the F-18 and train with you guys, what do I need to buy? Because I know there's like so many different versions of it now.
DCS 2.5 open beta, which is free. F-18 at least
Yeah, it'll run you. Is the F-18 going for 70 now?
70 or 80, yeah. I think it's 79.
I'm writing this down. I need the Middle East map, the 2.5, and then the F-18 itself.
2.5 open beta. And then the Middle East map.
Cool, thanks.
It's the actual name is the Persian Gulf map. I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you guys see Dubai? Oh my gosh.
I know, right? My goodness, they modeled this shit out of that.
Yeah, they did.
Hi, guys.
Well, hello, Brian.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. Just, sorry for the flight today. Or back again. Say hi.
5 miles to top of descent, Dave.
I'm just over my cow.
Okay, start down.
That sounded dirty.
Oh, you have no idea, Brian. It's gone off the rails several times. It all started when we were, lining up, and I was the last one in line. And I said, I'm going to bring up the rear, and George went off from there. So
Just remember,
yeah. Well, actually, Dave pushed right in front of me.
again, it's kind of, this is the downfall of me being on the left coast, 99 range over bottom. Until I feel like Jason kind of comes in again and bring us both a little closer together again.
And put day and time. You get into Vegas on Friday afternoon.
I'm going to get into Vegas probably Friday afternoon. Unless you guys want to wait until I get there. If all goes well, I'm going to be getting off at work at 2 o'clock, and I'm going to basically come home. I should be already packed, take my car as well. Take me 5 hours.
Awesome.
No, it's actually just been kind of a waste of time. I was actually thinking about canceling this thing.
Yeah, isn't there a Donnie and Marie Christmas special marathon going on or something?
In June? Yeah, probably.
I wanted to stay home and watch the Jerry Lewis marathon.
There we
I
go.
was just going to stay home and masturbate, but
You don't have to stay home for that.
Aren't you going? Is that all you can think about the Jerry Lewis?
oh fuck no! From there, you know that the money that I've got in my safe is the hooker money.
Well, Google and Las Vegas.
Exactly.
Over the painted desk. What's that?
That's just so bad.
Okay, it's south. I haven't seen it since I was like 8. Sure, it's good. That's Arizona.
Yeah, the Painted Desert's in northwestern Arizona. Northwestern.
Done the inbound to Trager and Ipumi for 11,000, and just doing the wingtip view and looking at the mountains. It kind of reminds me of that approach into Toncontin.
Oh, I know. I love it. We gotta go do that.
You may both.
We got some excellent freeware. It's actually better than payware. Non-content, so that's to get out to you guys and fly them through. Also, Barrow.
Is Steven joining us?
Say again.
Is Steven joining us from Las Vegas?
Hard to hear you. I just turned my volume.
He asked if Stephen was joining us in Vegas.
Oh, no. We want him to.
Believe me, I want to, but I've already got obligations. Hey, I did a little nice little screenshot I just posted up for you. Airport in sight.
Yeah, I've just got it on my side as well.
Yeah, this approach is so cool. I mean, you just fly right by Las Vegas and spin around.
Hang down.
I suppose we should get ready.
Gentlemen, best of happy night. I'm going to have some dinner. I may move around a little later soon, but then again, I'm not sure I'll get a chance to talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay, Brian. Yeah, and let's see if we can do a team session together. See if we can get your, if you want to, get your paint shop up and working.
Yeah, see you later, Brian.
Take it easy, guy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Just had what looked like a WestJet 737 depart off the 19s. Looks like he's going to make a turn towards the north in a minute, so just watch out for him, guys.
Thanks for the heads up.
Sorry, Steve, you cut off when I said let's meet when you want to do it.
Were you talking to me, Brian? Yeah, if you get back on tonight, I'm still on, and we're still, you know, somewhat awake. Let's see if we can get your paint shop up and running.
Hey, David, see our casino.
Oh, nice.
What was that?
I said I see our casino where we're staying next week.
Yeah.
We have some freeware guy over in Japan did years ago for the Las Vegas Strip. It is so incredibly detailed and high res. And had I thought about it, I would have gotten it to you guys. But we'll make sure you get it. I'll get it uploaded for you.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to stray left of course here on this approach.
No, you kind of want to keep dead center, so you need to make sure that RMP is accurate.
Yeah. 13,500 or 13,200 foot mountain just to the left of us.
Slow on to 210.
Got the airport in sight.
Okay. Speed check, flat 1.
Yeah, I've got the WestJet on my TCAS now. He's 1,000 feet below me and climbing, and just to the right of me.
Oh, roger.
Should I make a radio call on Unicom as well like that?
Technically, we all should as such, but Half the time we're just so engrossed in the flying we forget.
I can copy and paste this with the rest of them. Sorry, I had the spaces there. Just hitting iPummy now.
Okay, you're about 28 miles behind me then.
Pretty good
Indeed,
space.
I've got about 12 or 13 miles behind Steve.
I'm at Chips making my left turn toward Poker and dropping down to 170.
Roger.
Yeah, I'm slowing down to 210.
Right.
I see the Hoover Dam. And there's Bumblebee.
Starting left turn on Platinum.
Roger.
You guys seen any rain down there?
Nah, just getting bounced around by the winds. Okay, slowing to 170.
It is a bit choppy, isn't it?
Well, winds are gusting to about 21 on the deck in Vegas. Speed checks, flop 2.
Level at 8,000 until it'll start the pattern. Going to be a beam of you in just a couple seconds here, Steve.
Okay, thanks. Cool.
Okay, I've got your Matsikas now.
Got a guy that's jumped in front of me and Steve.
Just push back.
Who is it? Yeah, Delta 1942.
Simply more. That's good.
Can't see him. Okay, coming to beam of view now, Grant.
Check that.
Got a visual on you.
I'm waving.
Well, it's funny, your skin changed back to a classic, normal American Airlines.
No.
I didn't know you could paint that thing in midair. That takes a lot of skill.
Well, I'm just that good. Okay, get on. Bob Street.
Okay, I'm over the Hoover, about to make the turn to final.
Okay, just let you guys know, just on the final here, I'm getting a quarterly crosswind from the left side at 19 knots, with the occasional gust.
Thank you, sir.
Two thousand five hundred.
Okay, I'm about 6 miles behind Steve, so I'm going to slow to my VAPP now. I'm about 8 miles out.
Okay, I'm just starting my turn.
Okay, speed checks, flop full.
Heading to poker.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
There you go. I knew that had to have been said.
Okay, taking the autopilot out, man visual. Landing checks are green, no blue. Funny though, I'm not picking up the LS information.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a problem with this localizer or not. Actually, I'm picking it up.
Dave, let me know if you get it.
No, I'm sorry. I thought I had it. I didn't.
it 1103?
1.5.
I don't know if this is picking it up from the scenery or what, though. 1103. It may have been a change. Yeah,
no, you're on 26 right.
Mismatch on that frequency.
You tuned in for 26 right, Dave.
Try 110.
That's for 26 right, not 26 left.
Okay, I've got 26 left. Airbus is telling me 1103.
Just double checked against the charts. My Airbus put the right frequency at 1.5, but it's not picking that up.
Interesting. That's weird, man. I've got 26 left programmed in, and I have to chart up as well. Anyway, no big deal. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's funny because nav chart says that it's 111, 111.5 for 26 left. That's what I was reading too, Grant.
Yep.
Still, give me the excuse to hand fly this.
Exactly, that's what I'm looking at.
I've been doing that since we parted.
Steve, you clear the runway. I'm 2 mile final.
I was just about to tell you, clear runway.
Excellent.
Too high, too high, too high.
Man, that's down a little bit harder than 1 and 2. 307 landing rate. That's not that great.
5, left. Unstable, unstable,
There you go. Some words of encouragement out of that.
500,
Oh, that's awesome, Steve.
400,
Thank you. Does that hurt?
100 above, 100 above, 300. Minimum 200.
Landing.
Minimum 200.
You know what they say, anyone you can walk away from.
70, 60, 70, 60, 40, 50.
Yeah, I try to keep as close to 100 as possible.
Retard.
Sometimes
20.
it'll
5, 5,
I'll float a little too long or something.
Manual braking.
Yeah, that is weird. It's picking up 110.3, and it's like almost showing it's set up for 26 left. Maybe it's just a bug in the scenery. I'll see when I get closer.
Yeah, I always have the nav traffic starts up, and my ESP is even actually I don't have it on the ESP right now. Yeah, I always have the nav traffic start up, and then here's the I mean, 111.5, but in the aircraft, in my CPU, it had the 1103 popped up automatically, just like the runway. So I typed it in 1115 and said runway mismatch. So I don't know.
But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Anyway, runway's clear, buddy.
Okay, I'm 10 mile final.
Start EPU master now, because we're going to need 2 minutes for the trim on.
You guys got any particular gate selection?
Any port in a storm, brother. You're the first guy there, so wherever you go is where we're going to go.
7, left.
Yeah, Dave, it looks like that localizer is going to be on 26 right. My pipper's still showing off to the right, and I'm only about 80 miles out.
1105,
Yeah, and visually I'm lined up perfectly on 26 left, so that's definitely 26 right's localizer.
Yeah, I was going to have to hand fly it when my whole aircraft has been short since we left, so I've been flying it almost completely manually for the whole flight.
So, curiosity, Steve, have you got your flaps up? Because it's still shutting down for me. And just so you guys know, we're going into the Charlie gates. I'm so happy I got my steering tiller working again. It's so nice to be able to taxi properly. JP is available. 1, 2.
Well, we're happy for you, brother.
Say again?
I said, well, then we're happy for you, brother.
Nicely done, Steve.
Thank you.
And you'll see us just to your 2 to 3 o'clock now.
Hey, Dave, I'm clear the runway, but I think that guy is going to be ahead of you, isn't he?
Yeah.
Just to prevent a Delta sandwich, I'm going to park on the other side of Steve. So we're Delta American, Delta American.
Roger.
So it's a good park between you two, but I didn't see that gate was there. Yeah, I'm going to park here.
Excellent touchdown, Dave.
That wasn't Dave. That was the guy who put in front of him.
Oh, well, whoever it was, excellent touchdown. Where's Dave at?
Right behind
Okay, I see you. Yeah, I thought that was you.
That guy's just vacating now, Dave.
Yeah, I've been flying way slow, so I wouldn't have to do a go around on the sky. Just like barely crawling through the sky.
Got you at 9.8 miles away. Who is it that's redoing this Las Vegas scenery that I heard is looking really good? Who is it that's redoing? Latin GFR?
That clue?
Maybe. What do you guys think about FS Dream Team in general? Yeah, I don't have any problems with it. Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you, for me, my favorite is definitely Flight Beam. Their scenery just blows me away. Especially San Francisco. Oh my gosh.
I will tell you one scenery. I've only got one of their sceneries, but I don't even know if they have any more, but they did an excellent job. Paxton did an excellent job with Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I've got several of their Asian. They do fantastic. One guy, I think. One guy and his wife.
You know, Grant and I, different cities of Salt Lake City. God, I hate that. Really do.
Really, Paxton's? I'd like to hear why. That'd be interesting to hear. Once you're landed.
Now, I've got their Taiwan scenery, and I really like it. Anybody have their Taiwan scenery?
Negative.
I've got all of FS Dream Team and all of Flight Beams. I've got several others. Latin VFR and Fly Tampa. I've got a whole bunch of scenery.
Yeah, Fly Tampa makes some good stuff too. I like their Tampa scenery. I fly in there all the time in real life.
Well, I've got their Tampa scenery, their Corfu, their TNCM, and their one other one I can't think of it.
Sydney?
No. I don't have really any overseas sceneries at all.
Is that in Europe?
Believe it or not, every flight I've flown is North American or the islands around. I know I'm probably missing out, but
Oh yeah, there's a whole world out there, literally, Steve.
I mean, I've flown a couple of South American flights, but no, I haven't.
You need to take the Dash 8 into Innsbruck. That's a flight.
Well, I watched Chewie do it on live.
Oh, good. He's not pulling up next to you, Grant. He'll let Dave pull up next to you.
Excellent touchdown, Dave. See, I got to say it again.
Fantastic landing, Dave.
Yeah, it was okay.
It's okay. It's alright. So Aerosoft's going to release the 1819 first, and the 2021. Is that what I remember? Sweet.
I like how they did that on the forums as well, with the white text.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, did you see what they did? I don't know if you saw it or not, but basically what they did is they announced the release date, but to try and keep it like a bit of an Easter egg or something, they put it in white text, so you couldn't actually see it. Unless like you knew it was there and you highlighted it.
Yeah, that's pretty slick.
Yeah, nice A330 right there as well. I think your track IR just went a bit fucks up on you there, Dave. That track IR of yours just went a bit dodgy on you then.
It sure did.
That's interesting. I'm seeing this aircraft that's up to your 3 o'clock now as a 330, and I think it's showing up on your stream as a CRJ. Well, the funny thing is, it's only showing up as a white blank livery for me. It's not even showing up as a livery, it's just white.
So if you guys operate the gates, will I see it on my scenery?
No, but I'll tell you something offline that comes up about that.
Okay, dokie.
I can't talk about that.
Look at that, Grant. I think he's trying to tell you something. He didn't park next to you.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's kind of like, Dave seems to just want to separate himself a little bit from us. You're parked to the guy that...
Oh, I think Dave's not running the payway scenery, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't buy this scenery until it up there. This is Dallas Fort Worth.
You mean, what do you mean update? I thought there was another company altogether doing it.